welcome back to Horse Racing Today. Maybe we'll call Thursdays Thump Day, Terry, instead of Hump Day.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, just thump your way through today, and it's the weekend. So how about that? So yesterday, kind of a weird day at Keeneland's. Just shots coming across the board every which way. Did manage to pull, with some scratches, somehow still managed to hit one trifecta with only 3 horses. And then pulled off a little bit of a Benny in the Bets profit yesterday. So let's see if we can carry through with that today at Belmont at the Big A. I don't always intend to rhyme, but it was all those Dr. Seuss books growing up, Terry. Of course, something that is always, rhythmic to the ears, so to speak, is the word free. And as always, we have free picks available over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. Today's free track of the day is Remington Park in the great state of Oklahoma. So make sure if you're taking a look at Remington Park's picks today that you head on over to Guaranteed Tip Sheet. There is a link in the description on YouTube. Of course, the Breeders' Cup package is all ready to go. So if you want to make sure that you reserve your spot to get our thinking, smart sheets, the whole 9 yards for the Halloween version of the Breeders' Cup, you can get that over at horseracingtoday.net as well. Also, when you're done, go over to here, horseracingtoday.net, pick up our articles, our story today for today. Get your HRT gear. That weather's coming. Get a coffee mug. 4 days left to get 20% off. 2 minutes left to get to race number 1, Terry. So let's get ripping on that one. It is a mile and a 16th on the turf. Closers do good. 15% go wire to wire. Here are our smart sheets for race number 1. Just identify a few points, Terry, and we'll go straight to our picks.
Well, the 2 should get to that quarter pole first. It has the best speed there, and all of them have done it in the past, have done part speed rating in the past, and they've all have a really good chance of doing that today. The best jockey is the 1 and the best trainer the 5, but I think the best jockey-trainer combination is the 1 and the 5.
Now, just real quick, something I see here that stands out. Your race shape should favor the 3 if it could get out to the front. Might not, because everybody else wants to come from off the pace. It does look like, according to our comfort zone, the 1 horse, which is the simulation favorite with the most late speed, might get the best trip in here, Terry. That's what the data tells us. What did your analysis tell you?
I like the 2, finished in the money in 4 out of the 5 career starts, winning 2. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. The 1 can't fool me. Won last race, likes the distance. She has a high percentage winning trainer jockey collaboration. The 5, highest speed favorite at today's distance. Best turf speed is the best among today's starters. Trained by a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. North End Lady, the 4 is my long shot. Finished the money in 2 out of her 3 starts. Last 3 starts, and she won one of those, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets here for me.
Well, I'm going to start off with the 1 horse right now, 7-1 on that 1 horse. Can't fool me, so apparently I was fooled. It's on the rail. That's the best place to be. It's the top closer. That's the best sort of running style. It is our simulation favorite, like that top C zone. Kind of pleased with that. Looks like overall good fit. And at 7-1, man, looks like better odds than I expected. The 2 horse Cynthian, that one is likely to impress in the second start after a layoff. Sure looks like the bettors think that. The horse is 1-2 at the moment. And then been definitely against tougher horses. Snowy Evening, those will be forthcoming, and that's why you should get that coffee mug from Horse Racing Today. Top total pace horse did show some better early pace last out, and we both like North End Lady as our final pick. Was a tough call for me over the collaboration 5, but bullet workout between races and will be better in round 2 off the bench today. I had $8 left, and I was done with my bets, so I made a Benny in the Bets for $8 on that 1 horse, and if it comes home, I'll be pretty thrilled about that early on. Looks like we might have a minute, Terry, so maybe we can get through because I haven't started loading yet. So let's just really I don't want to do that because race 2 is your best bet. I want to make sure I give it the time it deserves, Terry. So race number 2, just for those who are doing the daily doubles, this is what our picks look like for race number 2. I know our good friend Don Johnson likes that. So there you go, Don. In the interim, Terry, why don't you talk a little bit about the best ways to help the show?
Well, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell. That'll tell you when our programs are coming up, and then copy that link down below. Share it with everybody you know so they can come and check us out. Go to TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, Facebook, and what is it called?
Any of them.
Yeah, Facebook, all of them. Horse race number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. And then keep these comments coming like Stuart and Don have today. And give us some picks. We like to see your picks.
Yeah, any interactivity is greatly appreciated. Sharing right now, if you're watching on X, just hit that retweet button so that other folks who are searching for horse racing content might find us while we're still live. Also, in the description on YouTube, you find all sorts of different good things in there. We have a tip jar in there. If you like what you do, you can tip Terry and I. We greatly appreciate that. There is an explanation for our smart sheets for today, how the data points work, the way to look at them. Also, our smart sheets today, after the show is over, we timestamp every race so you can come back and watch them. If you want to see why Terry's best bet is his best bet in race number 2, you can tune in and watch that all over again. If there's something insightful that we say that you remember after the race is over and you want to go back and listen to it, then you can go back and do it that way. So they're off and they're running in the opener. And as it goes right now, it looks to me like the 3-horse has gone out to the lead in race number 1. Excuse me, I don't know, 5-horse. I got it backwards. So the 5 was supposed to be a part of the mix. You got the 7 in there. That one's kind of an unexpected contender early on. The big time favorite down on the rail, trying to save some ground to the outside of that 2-horse is the 4. That one is North End Lady. And behind that, the 5, you got the 3, who I mistakenly said was on the lead, way off the pace. That one's probably around 8 lengths off the pace setting collaboration. Snowy evening on the outside at 23-1. And make sure that whole horse is held to task in an opening quarter of 23-1. Opening half just a hair under 49 seconds as the field starts to make their way down the backstretch to the first turn. Everybody at the 3 is still within striking distance. The jockey on the 2-horse, the big time favorite, standing up. She's got plenty of horse left as the 7 and the 5 try to bolt out. 2's going to have to get through some traffic, though, to find its way, waiting for an opening. May or may not get it. We'll see if that's the case. Meanwhile, the 5-horse continues to set the pace. The 1-horse got a jump, but he's kind of boxed in as well as the 4-horse. 2-horse is waiting for that rail to open up. It has opened up, and whoa, that 2-horse is not going to win, folks. Got cut off aggressively by the 5. A lot of traffic in there, folks, that made that race very difficult for that 2-horse to win. The 6 is going to come home your winner. And there you have it in the first one. Bobby M's Girl. That race will definitely get a objection. I've said before, and I know there's a lot of people who are proponents for jockeys. And yes, I do think the jockey who wins, so in this respect, gets the credit for the win, makes the least amount of mistakes in the course of a race. I don't know about you, Terry, but I've seen as many jockeys, if not more, lose races than I've seen them win races.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. I do mean that the jockey who makes the best decisions, the least amount of mistakes is the way I would put it. And it seems like there are some who make the least amount of mistakes over and over and over again. Race number 2 is going to be a 6-furlong affair, Terry. The profile of the winner favors Stalkers, though still a healthy 29%, go wire to wire. El Grando will get a bonus, 2 and 3 a discount. 4 through 7, that's the best place to be. And somehow, if you wear a 7, it's the best place to be. But if you wear an 8, Terry, it's the worst place to be. How do you figure that?
I don't know. It's kind of odd, isn't it?
Yeah, it is kind of weird. But speed does matter here, Terry. It looks like we have one horse that has a great chance to get out by itself.
Yeah, that 5-horse has a lot of speed compared to everybody else. So if it does get a good break, it'll get that quarter pole first, and I think go all the way.
Yeah, there's a good chance that 5-horse might get out there by himself because look, there's no true pilot, no true pilot, co-pilot types, and no true pilot types. So that 5-horse could be a left arrow horse, though all of them, I guess, in some respects are left arrow horses. But it looks like with everybody to the middle and back, 2 of them, or maybe 3 of them, or maybe 4 of them, might find the pace set up to be ideal.
Yeah, you take a look at the 1, 3, 5, and 6, especially the 5 has a 91.41% C-zone, so it's going to be very comfortable in this race.
Yes, you're going to get out to the lead and perhaps be very comfortable out there. It looks like he's got a great chance to hit par. When we did our 1,000 simulations, our projected speed figure said 720 out of 1,000 times. Spike zone did get into the end zone. Terry, And it looks like he's got a great connections to perhaps get him in the end zone today.
He sure does. He's got the best jockey, best trainer, best combination. He's marking off lots of boxes for this race.
And this also looks like it's going to become Terry's best bet in there. Our friend Barry Meadows says in the 1980s, had a tout sheet rating horses by power number. The power 13 was a low, power 19 was high, and Private Ross was a subscriber. Well, the 4 horse is an even money favorite here. Terry, it's also your top total pace according to our simulation. You got a couple of horses moving down in class. Oliver and Ollie making a pretty substantial drop in class here. Terry, none of that matters to you because Spike Zone is going to end up in the end zone, says the 49ers fan.
He's the my best bet of the day at Belmont at the Big A, and I'm hoping to break my cold streak with this one.
They were calling for snow in San Francisco. I was kind of surprised. I thought, oh, that's the Terry effect.
Anyway, placed into top position in 4 consecutive starts, winning twice. Last race was third as a favorite, but the trainer wins 26% of the races with beaten favorites when they bring them back, and has a high percentage winning jockey. The 3 won 3 races out of the last 4 starts, likes the distance, has a high percentage winning trainer jockey. Number 6, Over and Ollie, won 2 races out of 4 starts. Last 4 starts, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. El Grando the one is finished in the money in 8 out of 10 starts at Aqueduct, winning 4, trained by Linda Rice and ridden by Flavian Pratt. I'm sorry. I'm going to play 20 to win on the 5, $10 exacta box 3-5, a $10 exacta 5 on top with a 1-3-6, and a $5 exacta box 3-5-6. And I'm going to play the first pick 4 Miami Vice Don Johnson 3-5 with the 3-4-8 with the 1-5-6-8 with the 4-6-7-8 $48 ticket.
Yeah, I think Spike Zone's got a good shot to be the winner here today too, Terry. I don't know if I'm going to help your cold streak or hurt your cold streak here. I'm hoping that I help it. In that Spike Zone is a left arrow horse. We spoke about that over here. It's a PC type. That's a really good shot to be on the lead today, folks. So might get out there and stay. It's got the best C-zone, and the only time that this horse ran at Aqueduct, Terry, what did he do?
He won.
Took home the top prize for sure. Looking for that again today. Running son of a gun. That 4 horse, Terry. Even money simulation favorite. We see over and over and over again with the smart sheets, those simulation favorites performing very well regardless of their post-time odds. This one has probably the most triple-digit speed figure ability in the race. Number 3, Acoustic Avenue. That one, Terry, is very consistent and loves this 6 furlong distance. 12 times, 6 of them ending up in the end zone, second, and a trio of thirds. At all of their distance, still successful, just not as much. 10 times, 2 wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. And then number 6, Over and Ollie, drops from a grade 1, has more backlash than the 1 or the 2, which are the only other 2 horses left. So I put him in my 4th spot. Still put him in my pick 4, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the 4, 7, 8, 9. You know what's funny is if I were to take the 4 out of there, Terry, I would go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe I should do that and put a 4th one in the back.
Yeah.
5, 8, and then 5, 6, and 7 for $48 for me. Off to race 3 we go. 8 races today to close out the card. Just a note, tomorrow for 4 and Friday, we will be back. Terry, it's going to be Newmarket, and they have a ton of important races on Saturday. Great card in England, and I think, I could be wrong, but I think it's the last of the Breeders' Cup qualifying races. I know they're done in the United States, but I think it's the last of the international opportunities this weekend to boot. So 6 furlongs in race number 3 on the outer turf is what we're going to discuss next. Let me just pop that stuff up on the screen so that we have it. And you see there, stalkers do good 25% of the time, so 1 out of 4 get the lead. It's a rail discount, 2 through 7 are best. 8 and out has been no winners to date. In these maiden races, Terry, we always talk about that par speed figure. Who can get it? Who can't? I think that's probably the single most important data point in looking at this race. Who can get the par?
The only one that's done it in the past is the 7, but the 8 did come very close, along with the 9. The 8 was within 1 point of doing it.
So everybody's looking for their first start there, Terry. We want to look at a couple of other things. There are no horses with second-rate par ability. One first-time starter over here, the 1 horse, did score above 2.5, so that's very dangerous. Morning line 15-1. You see here the 3, the 5, the 6, and the 8. None of them within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line. The 4, it's a co-pilot type. The 7 and 9, they sat and coach, tried to close. Looking at this, Terry, who's going to get the best trip?
Well, according to what I can see there, it looks like the 4 or the 6 will actually have the best C-zone and be very comfortable in this race.
I like when you show all your picks at the beginning. Okay, we'll do that, Lauren. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry, I've gotten that wrong too many times. So hopefully I've corrected it. Again, you can go over to Lauren's site, Lauren_Shap, @X, and he does an excellent job of, how many handicappers today do you have, Lauren? Of aggregating picks from all across the internet. Ness doesn't win that much in New York. Nah, he doesn't win that much, Mark. He's the 4th choice in the Daily Double. Well, I hope he does all right. Yeah, you know, we talk about Parks, those track droppers. So the horses that come from Nyberg down to Parks, they have a lot of success, but that reverse trip up I-95, not so much. The 9 horse, that one has a 3-point last race speed figure edge, Terry. It is a pretty heavy simulation favorite as well in here, as well as our top total pace horse. I don't know, Terry, which way this race is going to go, but you're going to tell me which way you think it'll go.
Well, I like in this race, as you can see there, I like the 8, Twirling Lulu. Likes the turf, finishing 3rd in her last only race on the turf. Trained by a high percentage winning trainer who wins 22% of the races when bringing a horse back from a 90-day break. Then I like the 3, Lady Angelina. Finished 3rd versus similar on the dirt and only start. May improve while trying grass and has a good trainer and a bullet workout on September 30th. Number 4, No Ordinary Love, trained by a high percentage winning trainer and ridden by a high percentage winning jockey. And then my long shot is the 7, was only beaten a length and a half by in the last start by similar, and she has the best turf speed among today's starters. That's it.
I'm going to go, I mean, this is sort of a little bit of a post position play. No Ordinary Love. That one might not be the best horse in the race, but he might be the best horse with a mid-draw. Number 9, Aperitif. Top last race speed figure. That was 3 points. Again, better than everybody else. That's the minimum that Andrew Beyer, the founder of the speed figure, says you should be looking for. 3 consecutive speed figure increases. Barry Meadows, brought up a little bit earlier by our good friend, Private Ross. In his book, The Skeptical Handicapper, says 3 consecutive speed figure increases in a row is an alpha angle. And I define that as one that wins at 15% or more. After that, we have Terry's top pick, Twirling Lulu, the 8 horse, speed, and first-time Lasix. And with the scratch in this race today, moves are within that prime outside, inside that 8 where nobody's won. So that first Lasix and speed, very good combination, better post position. Yeah, I gotta like that. And finally, number 7, Sassetti. As we spoke about at the top, it's the only horse with a yes as far as being able to hit par, which is 81 for this level there, Terry. Has to be in your picks, but that first timer, the 1 horse, not having it in my picks scares me. No additional bets for me as well. 8 races on the card. Race number 4 marks the end of the first half of that card, Terry. And for race number 4, we're looking at 1.125 miles, a pretty long one in there, Terry. It's a 1 trip around the track, still 2 turns, start line, finish line being the same. And as you take a look at the profile of a winner for race number 4 at 1.125 miles, there's been 6 races. 2 of them were won by horses that win to wire. Mostly stalkers do well. Post positions, the rail has not done so well. 2 and 3, they've been pretty fair. 4 through 7, I believe, if I recall correctly, get a discount. And 8 and out, by far the best. So if you got a little bit of tactical speed and you're on the outside in race number 4, Terry, you got a great shot, but it looks like most of that speed is middle mid.
That's right. The 2 has the most speed, followed by the 1 and the 6. And so the 2 should get to the quarter pole first if the jockey makes the right decision, no stumbling or bumping at the beginning.
Yeah, no quarter horse starts, right?
Right.
It also has a 7-point early pace advantage. So the 2 horse, 5 points equals 1 length. Just its normal gait out of the gate should put that horse in contention. Biggest class dropper in the field for the 2 as well in there, Terry. All of them have hit par. It looks like the only one that doesn't have a chance to do it today is the 4. Our race shape kind of balanced, 3 forward, 5 backwards, so it should favor speed. Who should it favor in terms of comfort zone?
Well, take a look here, and you can see that the 1 and the 4 have the highest, followed up by that 8. All of them show some kind of a comfort zone amount, and so most of them are going to be at least pretty comfortable in this race.
Yeah, so comfort zones, basically we look at the early pace, and then we overlay it against their best performances to see how engaged they are at the start relative to their best performances. So in the case of Brave Bear, 71, 714 out of 1,000 simulations. The way this race could take shape by the first opening quarter mile marker, he should be right where he wants to be, so to speak. Jockeys usually put their horses where they want to be. Jockey, Terry, I was going to go through a litany of things before I got to your name, but in any case, Terry, you know where we want to go with this.
Yeah, well, the 8 shows the best jockey. The 1 shows the best trainer, but I think the 5 is actually the best jockey-trainer combination.
Yeah, left me behind. Also, 7-point last race speed figure. It is our simulation favorite, although we get a little bit of a different look when it comes to top total pace. Well, Terry, in the 4th race, we have the same 2 on top today.
Yeah, I have the 8, ran second versus similar in the last race, trained by a high percentage winning trainer. This trainer wins 36% of the time when after claiming a horse, and has a high percentage winning jockey. Left me behind,
Terry.
Yeah, left me behind. Anyway, the 5 ran second versus similar in the last race, highest last speed rating, has a high percentage winning trainer. Who's the king? 6.
I am.
That I was just going to say Rich switches to the high percentage winning jockey, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and a good workout this month. October 4th. Brave Bear, the 1 is a long shot. He won his last race at Aqueduct, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me here.
Yes, indeed. The 8 horse and the 5 horse, beginning my ticket too. The 8 horse just missed at this level last time out. 3rd start after a layoff today, so maybe enough to make up that difference, and definitely fits the bias for a 1.125 at Belmont at the Big A. Number 5, left me behind. Top last race, speed figure 7 points better than everybody else. It's also our simulation favorite and our top par plus. It's the top of a lot of lists. Brave Bear, that's Terry over there. Top total pace, strong C-zone, won his last race, and the resume says better races are to come in the 2nd start after a layoff. And then leading contender, that 3 horse there, Terry, it's going to close. This is what I call the quintessential Tom horse. Again, tomorrow Tom and I will be on for new market picks for Saturday. Great day of racing in England over there. And a quintessential Tom horse is one that, is it going to win? Nah. But in the money? Yeah. And this one's been in the money 5 out of 5 at the distance. And if you watch Foreign Fridays, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to a Tom horse. And the funny thing is, every time I identify a horse as a Tom horse, Terry, almost every time, you know what it does?
It wins.
It wins. It's the funniest thing. Race number 5 is another kiss of death, but I guess in a positive way or negative way. It's the beginning of the late pick 4, and it ends the opening pick 4.
Yeah.
So you got to get it right to have a chance to get both pick 4s. 6 furlongs, maiden optional claiming $75,000. So there we got that claiming maiden race again. That speed figure of 82, a huge indicator of what your horse has to be capable of to win. And Terry, it doesn't look like any of them are capable of doing it.
No, there's only been 3, 6, 7, and 8 who got a maybe. They were within 5 points of either equaling or breaking the speed par number in the last races. And then as far as today, The 4 shows it doesn't have a chance according to the data, but the 7 and everybody else, including the 7 and the 8, have the best chance.
You got Nay Baby over here that showed better pace and better fractions, 5 ways better, 4 ways better for Beach Bod or Bod Beach. I don't know if I have either one of those. A couple of class droppers in here, Terry, but I think the story to be told here is you got the 3, 5, and 10 as first-time starters. The 8 horse wants to lead. He may be a part of that early lead, although the 4 might give him a little bit of something to think about in that respect. Only 1 horse in here, Terry, over a 50% speed figure. Comfort zone number. Who's that?
Yeah, it's number 4 is at 61.67%. So it's the only one. The 8 comes close to that, but doesn't go over the 50% threshold.
So when you see all of this here, all no's and a maybe, you got to really focus on this set of boxes over here, Terry. That is first-time starters as well as second race par ability. And you see here, this Hong Kong Beach, this 7 horse, 91 it could hit potentially on that speed figure. That's well above that 82. So just regular second race improvement. Hong Kong Fooey could be trouble. If not, you do got to look at these first-time starters. We do see one with a score above 2.5. That's huge. The 10 horse does get that back bullet workout. Those can be really big-time cues, especially on long shots, Terry. So we see with the 10 horse there. Who do you think gets the first W in race number 5?
Well, I like the 8. Bod Beach has placed in all 4 starts, was a runner-up last time against similar competition, shares the fastest dirt speed today, and is paired with a top winning jockey. And then Nay Baby, the 6, ran second versus similar in the last race, highest last race speed rating, best dirt speed, is fastest among today's starters, tied with another, has a good workout on October 4th. Hong Kong Fooey, the 7, finished third versus similar and only start, and he has a high percent winning trainer. And then Fort Griffin, the 4, finished third versus similar and only start, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm going to play the Miami Vice, Don Johnson pick 4, 4, 6, 7, 8 with a 1, 6 with a 5, 7, 8 with a 1, 5, 9, 12. That's a $48 ticket.
Yeah, looking at that 7 horse in there, Hong Kong Fooey, if I remember correctly, he is quicker than the human eye. So if he's quicker than the human eye, he should be quicker than every other horse on the track there. But he did come out, I think, did he run one of the high? No, he didn't run the highest last race speed figure. But nonetheless, when you take a look at his second race par ability, it far and away goes way past par potential. Then I have the 5 horse Mo Curls. That is the highest rated first timer. Everybody else in the field is a no or a maybe. 2.9. That's a score that's worthy of attention. Then the 6 horse Nay Baby, missed by a neck at this level last time out. Better across the board. It has a maintenance workout to keep that Stephen Covey saw sharp. And I'm going to take a flyer. Number 10, Life is Gravy. And June 27th, this one worked out at Belmont. Not Belmont at the Big A, but just Belmont. And you see right here that workout, 47-3, breezing from the gate, the second fastest of 100. That tells me that this horse might have some hidden talent. Terry, this is an argument I used to have all the time with Charles. But I think in the course of training a horse, and if there's any trainers watching, chime in, please. But I think in the course of training a horse, tell me what you think, Terry. At some point in time, before they race for the first time, you got to let them out on the backside and see what you're actually working with.
Oh, absolutely. Otherwise, you don't know where to even place them to try to run.
I wholeheartedly agree. And I feel like that second of 100, one of those 100 horses had to be a quality horse, unless it was the worst 100 horses at Belmont practicing that day.
Yeah.
My pick for is 5, 6, 7, 10 with the 4, 6, with the 2, 5, 6, and 7, and then the 1, the 5, and the 12. Race 6, we're going to get to work on my Benny and the bets, Terry, pretty heavily. This one's going to be, as I find the appropriate profile of a winner and race number, 1 mile. It's a 1-turn mile. That is a significant thing to pay attention to, folks, because they act more like sprints. And we do see that is the case at Belmont at the Big A, because 48%, Terry, of the horses that won at this distance go wire to wire. Big time rail bonus for Yo Adrian. 2 and 3 play fair. 4 through 7 a discount. 8 and out a bonus again. So if you give me a rail horse in race number 6 with a lot of speed, Terry, it might be tough to beat, but that's not what we find.
No, and there are several of them that have really similar speed numbers there. So I think it's anyone's race who gets that quarter pole first.
Yeah, it could be a pretty contentious early start there. You do see the same numbers over here. Down here, what we see, though, is everybody wants to be middle back. Sans, the 4-horse Big Air, could get out to a big lead. If he gets out to a big lead, he could be big time happy because of that C-zone.
Yeah, he has a really nice C-zone, 88%. And so the rest of them all have some kind of a C-zone, but that's the one that's going to probably be the most comfortable in here, followed up by that 2.
Taking a look at the class droppers, the 4 and the 3 also moving down in class. Any value in this race, betting race, Terry?
Yeah, you have the 4 shows from 5 to 2 to 9 to 2, and the 7 shows from 4 to 1 to 6 to 1.
Yeah, so what we do in our simulation odds is we simulate 1,000 races. Then we calculate how frequently that horse wins, and then we convert that to odds. So we compare that to the morning line odds to see maybe if we can find some value. Most of the time, though, if we find a huge simulation favorite, it also shows up in the post-time odds. Big Air is a 3-point last race speed figure edge, although that 6-horse, Perleon, has the biggest in-race advantage, about a 1.5 length speed edge. Terry, 4 is your sim favorite. It's also your total pace favorite. Last race speed figure, 3 points favorite. Potential loanee with the highest C-zone. Does he win this race?
Well, I like the 6, Perlin. Finished 3rd in the last race, winning the prior race, trained by a high percentage winning trainer, wins 25% of the races in the second race after claiming a horse, and has a jockey with a strong win rate. And then the number 1 ran 2nd in his last race. Ralph Post is winning at a 30% clip, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Number 4, Big Air, ran 2nd versus tough for the last race, drops a class today, can improve while returning to a route. Both her trainer and jockey have strong win percentages. Tower 22, the 5 is my long shot, finished 3rd versus favorite in a similar race last time, but he's trained by a trainer who wins 31% of the time when bringing beaten favorites back, and he likes the distance. No additional bets for me as I'm completely out of money.
He's broke. I'm going to go with Big Air, hopefully with a big win, because this horse is the top last race speed figure. We talked about that. 3 points better than everybody else. Simulation favorite is your pace setter. Loney, best C-zone, top total pace. Nice odds, too, at 9 to 2. Let's see if we get them. Then I like Perloin. Yeah. Biggest in-race edge. That one's got a 7-point late speed edge. So if it's anywhere near all the other horses coming out of the turn, yeah, they might have a difficult time holding off a horse that at Aqueducts had some success, a win in a second in 2 races. Yo Adrian, the 1 horse, huge, and I mean big time rail edge. Clearly this horse does its best work on fast dirt. 5 times out, 1 wins, 3 seconds, so likes to hang a little bit late. Does have a solid maintenance workout in there as well. And then finally the 7, Circuit Court. This is a maybe horse, but another one of those horses that has some early speed, catches first time Lasix. Again, I mentioned I love me that combo, and hopefully I hit another exacta like I did yesterday, Terry. $5 exacta key box 4 with the 1, 5, 6, and 7, and that exacta key box saved my day at the end yesterday. Paid a lot more than I thought it was going to pay too, considering the heavy favorite ran 2nd.
Yeah.
The late daily double begins in race number 7. Only 2 races for you and me to go, Terry. Once again, we're going to go 6.5 furlongs on that outer turf. Stalkers do well. A quarter that get the first call, get the last call. The rail gets a discount. 2 through 7 is the best. If you wear an 8, you're screwed, Terry. So in race number 7, where do we find the speed scenario to look like?
Well, that screwed horse has got the most speed, the 8. It shows 38.5%, followed up by the 7 and then the 5. They all show a little bit of speed in here.
And speaking of something they all show that they can hit that 87 speed figure. So I love these open races, Terry. A lot of times the solution to this who can win puzzle is found in C-zone, and quite a few choices to consider.
Yeah, the 1, 2, 3, and 8 are all above 50%, and the one with the highest number is actually the 3. they're going to be very comfortable in here. But all of the horses show some kind of a percentage in the C zone.
Yeah, and you look at the race shape, the 5 wants to lead. The 7 can go either way. So that 7 horse could get a nice trip, maybe better than the 41.22% it suggests based upon the makeup of this race. 8 horse wants to sit. Everybody else wants to close there, Terry. This should favor horses that get a little bit forward. Who knows? But you're going to need a good ride in a wide open race, and who's likely to get the best ride?
The 7 and the 3, though, has the best trainer, and I think the 3 has the best trainer jockey combination.
Interesting. Maybe there is some sort of cryptic code and Let It Ride getting the best ride there, Terry, today. The 5 horse is your simulation favorite. Hey, Let It Ride. Getting the best ride's also the top total pace. One of a couple class droppers. Who's got the class in this race, Terry?
Well, I like the 8, Alexa Zorba. Ran second versus similar last race, has the highest last speed rating, and has a high percentage winning trainer. And then that 7 that you're talking about, Let It Ride, drops in class today. Best start speed is fast among today's starters, switches to high percentage winning jockey, and has a high percentage winning trainer. And then my third choice, the 5, Spoken Bluntly, finished in the money in 5 races out of 6 starts at Aqueduct, winning 2 at today's distance. And he has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. And then 2, Blown Cover, won his last race at Aqueduct, has a high percentage winning trainer, and a bullet workout on September 30th. That's it for me.
So I had to go back and see if this horse scratched. I'm like, it's not in Terry's picks. So scaring the living bleep out of me. But Devil in Disguise is the 6 horse, my top pick. He's boomer bust, making the 2nd start in a row for the first time. You see here, this horse run to the bench, run to the bench, run to the bench, run to the bench, run to the bench. And then boom, it's going to race 2 times in a row. And after that, look at this. Nice little workout to boot. So this horse might be sitting on potentially its best career start. Blown Cover, a long shot in there, Terry. Highly consistent. Last time out was the first time this horse ran on turf at Aqueduct, and it won. And it followed it up with a bullet workout too. Number 5, Spoken Bluntly. That one is our simulation favorite. Highly probable to be the pace setter. Should go forward. The last time this horse ran 3 starts in a row, it got to the front, stayed in the front, and went wire to wire, and we're looking to do the same today. And then finally, Let It Ride. Top total pace horse. Going to get the best ride. We talked about that. And I trust the line maker probably at Naira more than everybody else with David Aragona. This one is your morning line favorite. It should perform well. $5 exacta key box, 6 with the 2, 5, 7, and 8. Almost exhausting all of my budget. Looks like race number 2 as we do finally get on schedule today, Terry. It's about to get running. It is the start of the late pick 4. It's also Terry's best bet of the day. So let's see how, and I hope he wins that 5-1, Terry. It would be a great way to break a cold streak and get a fat price.
That's right. Start a nice pick 4.
I got the 5 in my picks too, so what the hell? Let's go.
All right.
Let's get her done, as they say in the show Cars. And I forget which car said that. I know it's the truck, but let's see if the 5 can get truck in Spike Zone at 5-1. Your favorite is the 6 horse at 1-1. That's the one that's coming out of that big class drop. And they're off in the running. Well, the 6 horse is not going to do jack because the jockey fell off. I hope that Joel Rosario is doing well. The 5 horse Spike Zone, Terry, has gotten to the lead. And that's what we said he would do, right? Question is, can he hold that lead? You have the 3 horse in the tracking position. So you'd be happy if either one of those 2 stayed out front there, Terry. Mm-hmm. The biggest threat to those 2 horses, the 6 horse, is not in the race. The 1 horse down on the rail, you got him in your picks, but he's probably not the one you want to win because it would ruin everything else for you. The 5 horse Spike Zone at 5-1 continues to set the tone. The 3 horse on the outside, Avenue, is going to give him all he can handle down the stretch. But let's just see if the 5 horse can maintain his lead. He looks like he's going to. The 1 horse, though, is coming aggressively at the end as the 4 horse has worked his way out of the pick. Terry, we both want that 5 horse to stay out front. He's going to try to stay out front, although I do think at the end here, either the 3 or the 1 is going to run him down, and it looks like it's going to be the 1. 1, 3, 5, and then the 2, and that subsequently kills everything.
Oh boy.
Yes, even with the 6.
Sure does.
Yeah, well, let's see if we can get it together in the second half of the card. The final race for the day will be race number 8. Race number 8 today at Belmont at the Big A. Looks like it's going to be 1 mile and a 16th. So the way we start is the way we will end. And at 1 mile and a 16th, closers 15% wire to wire. Inside horses better than outside horses. This again is a maiden race. So we are once again focused on that speed figure of 79, Terry. And in the finale, it looks like you got some choices.
Yeah, you sure do. You can see there that there's the 1, 5, and 12 all have either equaled or exceeded the par speed number in the past. So
exactly the same odds as he ran last time. All right, that's a good one. New York, New York, great song. The way they end games for the Yankees. So again, plenty of par horses to look like. A few of them here look like they got a good chance to do it again. But when you're looking at those maiden races again, you got to look over in these boxes over here. And I do think that bar none, the smart sheets are top in the world for horses looking for, and I'm not being braggadocious, it's just been my experience, for trying to find horses that can win that race, especially lightly raced. We see here a little at first. It's a pretty aggressive second race par ability at 95. 79 is all it takes. So any one of these horses could go well beyond that mark, Terry. You see the 6 horse wants to show speed. May or may not be out there today. The 1, the 11, and the 12 want to close. 3, 4, 5, and 9, not within 5 lengths of the front runners. 7 and 8, your first-time starters in there, Terry. This race can go a lot of different ways. Looking for your first win, Terry. Who do you think will get it and why?
Well, I like the 1 was only beaten 3/4 of the length versus similar in the last start, having trouble at the start and had a high percentage winning trainer. Then the 12 make a prediction, finished third versus similar last race. Best turf speed is fastest than the average winning speed. And number 9, Coach Ryan, trained by a high percentage winning trainer, wins 20 or 32% of the races in the second route race that a horse runs in. And the jockey has strong win rates. And then I like a little at first. The 5 is a long shot. He's trained by the trainer that wins 17% of the route race, first route race a horse runs in. His jockey has a strong win rates and the best turf speed is fast among today's starters. That's it for me.
I really wanted to maybe put the 5 horse in one of my exacta key boxes as well. If I had a few more bucks, I probably should have did it $4 instead of putting in the $8. I'm going to go to trifecta box because some good odds in this race. So if you can get it, it should pay nicely. I think the 5 horse, Terry, last time out, it ran the top last race speed figure. So second race par ability puts an even larger gap between it and the rest of the horses. I'm highly skeptical you'll get 5-1. If you do, I'd be thrilled. Number 12, make a prediction. Well, I predict he's going to come in second. He is a yes horse in there, Terry. Just missed in his last race at this level. This is going to be the 4 start. And since his debut in race number 2, his speed figure was higher than race number 1. And in race number 3 was higher than race number 2. So if he keeps walking up that ladder, 3 consecutive speed figure increases in a row. Coach Ryan, if you don't win, he'll be mad at you for sure. That one gets my 4th pick. But before we get that, we're going to go with Sunday Boy. The 1 horse had all sorts of early problems last time out and just missed in his last race. And that was the first on grass. A better start, a better post. They're both helpful today. And then Coach Ryan, another with second race par ability for a horse that was really well bet in its debut. My 50-cent trifecta box to close out, 1, 5, 9, 12. I hope to get 5-1 on that 5 and that he comes home first to close out today. Again, tomorrow we're going to do Newmarket. Monday we'll be back for Parks to make sure you catch a huge day of Newmarket picks and Parks on Monday, Terry. What's the best way you can watch and hopefully win in the second half of the card today at Belmont?
Well, go to our YouTube channels and subscribe, and then hit the little bell so that you know that we when the programs are coming up. Go ahead and copy the link, share it with everybody you know, And then go to our social sites that you see scrolling down at the bottom, and go to horse race number 2 day. You can give us a thumbs up and a like, and keep these comments coming and picks as we like to see them.
Yeah, again, as we mentioned at the top, any interactivity. So retweet, follow, come back and watch. Some of the races, we'll timestamp them. Hit the tip jar, come in and take a look at the smart sheets as well as their explanation. Really telling your friends, word of mouth is the best way for us to grow. We greatly appreciate you spending time with us. Again, free picks today. That's how much we greatly appreciate it. We give you free picks at Remington Park today, a guaranteed tip sheet. The link in the description for that. Just a few minutes, we'll post all of our thoughts for today over here. horseracingtoday.net. When you're there, hit that HRT gear button. Come over there. The winter's coming, folks. Get yourself a Horse Racing Today coffee mug. Nobody in the office will have one like it, so you will be a standout for sure. Yes, indeed. We'll see. You got to come check out Newmarket tomorrow. Don't do me like that, Private Ross.
Yeah.
Be our boy. All right, Terry, that wraps it up for today. Oh, no, hold on. Let me go back through the routine again of what we our full picks for the day for what's remaining on the card. Race number 3, we have no bets. Race number 4, we have no bets. Race number 5, hey, we can get back on the winning track, hopefully, and collect out a nice pick 4 to end the day. Sometimes it just takes one ticket, right? Race number 6, an exacta box. Race number 7, an exacta box. Race number 8, a trifecta box. All right, Terry, that wraps it up for you and me this week. So no matter what your words of wisdom, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Cart in front of horse.
Well, you know what? I want everybody to have a great day. Make sure you watch tomorrow's 4 and Friday show, as it's really good. I enjoy it a lot. You'll enjoy Thomas and Rich. And then also we'll see you on Monday at Parks, and have a great weekend.
Yes, no matter what you're doing for the rest of today, until we get together tomorrow for Newmarket, or like Private Ross, 4 and Fridays don't matter. We'll see you back on Monday at Parks. Don Johnson's favorite track as well. We certainly hope that no matter what your endeavors are until we meet again, they are filled with God's grace, God's favor, and everything you do ends up
in the winner's circle.
Yes. Please make it a blessed day.